This is T.Y. Jackson.
United States Women's Champion Chelsea Green.
How you doing, people?
And I love pro wrestling.
I love pro wrestling.
Good morning, everybody. Good afternoon. Good evening. Welcome to the Brunch Gimmick. I am Laurence. We are live. Another big week in wrestling, as yesterday was AEW Wrestle Dream.
Hi, I'm Maxine Dupree.
And I'm Otis.
Hi, I'm the sweetest pea, Christara.
Mars, the specialist.
And I love wrestling.
And I love pro wrestling.
And we
love wrestling.
Bottoms up, brains on. Welcome to Quizplex here on Love Wrestling, your pro wrestling trivia charity show. My name is Zach Ralph. I will be your host.
This is God's Gift to Wrestling, Michael Richard Blaze.
We are the Usos.
This is Rachel Ellering.
And we love wrestling.
And I love pro wrestling.
And I love pro wrestling.
Hello, Love Wrestling. It is Thursday night. It is 8 p.m. And you all know what that means.
Well, you better know by now. It's episode 235 of this thing.
I guarantee you there's like an 85% chance that's not an accurate number.
Hi, this is Shazza McKenzie.
This is Big Bad Boris.
This is the Rhinestone Cowboy, Stephen Crow.
And I love pro wrestling.
And I love pro wrestling.
And I love wrestling.
If you're here, thanks for being here. It's For Exposure, Love Wrestling's Independent Weekend podcast where we break down all the best happenings on the world of the independent wrestling side.
I'm Penta, I'm wrestling, and what?
I'm the alternative Anthony Green.
And I love pro wrestling.
And I love wrestling.
And I love wrestling.
I love wrestling. And you know what? Pentacero.
That's called scatting, kids. It is 8 o'clock p.m. Mountain Standard Time. It is time for a excitingly fun, I hope, episode of Saturday Night Love. My name is Big Bad Boris.
I'm Big Ben Ortmans.
Hi, this is Smiley Kylie Ray.
I'm Sky.
And I love wrestling.
And I love wrestling.
And I love pro wrestling.
Of course.
Welcome, everybody, to the first ever Brunch Gimmick Awards. I am your host, Laurence. We're going to start off a little bit of the bubbly. It's a new year. It's 2026. So much stuff happening this week. We will get to it next week. It was New Japan today. Everyone's excited. We saw the last match of the Ace. But what's really important is these awards. We have a few to give out today. I hope everyone had a safe and healthy New Year. If you had New Year's plans, let me know in the chat. If you just stayed home and slept, let me know. Did you watch movies? Let me see if I can bust this open properly. Start taking out my eye. 1, 2, 3. There it is. There's that pop. We're going to do, I just brushed my teeth, but we're still going to do a mimosa. I am excited. We have several awards to give out today. Oh, I didn't move this out there. There we go. Bang. I fixed it. I fixed the problem. Sandy, how are you doing? Guten Tag, my friend. Hope you're having a great weekend and a happy new year to you. Even though it's a day later than Larry David said, we're allowed to say happy new year. Curb Your Enthusiasm fans, remember that yesterday was the last day. It's socially acceptable to say happy new year, according to Larry David. But yes, I had a great new year. Making myself my drink that I'm gonna have in a second. I went to, I need to shout out Ava from Kickback Comedy, who put on a hell of a show. It was a stand-up comedy / party. The vibes immaculate. Everyone there was so welcoming. It was my first kickback. A lot of fun. And it led to a great start to 2026. I really enjoyed myself. And you shout out them. Everyone there was so cool. But yes, we are all here for the first ever Brunchies. Hotly competitive. There are so many nominees. And I feel we should just get into it. Right? What will be our first award is me deciding right now. Whoopsie doodle. We're going to start with one of my favorite awards and one that it's unique to the Brunch Gimmick, the Danhausen Award, Relentless Commitment to the Bit. Your nominees are Tony Storm from AEW, Chelsea Green from WWE, Tribal Keith from the Internet, Harley Cameron from AEW, and Jason Exile from Mystery Wrestling. And your winner is, let me get these marked. Gotta find the right. The winner is, it's loading, Jason Exile. Jason Exile, what a year. What an effort he put in by being dead for the entire year. Audio's not great? Uh-oh. I tested my mic. Oh, frig. That's not good. Because I don't have time to troubleshoot today. Let me see. Give me 2 seconds. Let me see if I can fix this real quick. Thank you for letting me know. Nope, that's not what I want. Let me see if it... sound. Is that better? Check. My mic better? Let me know. If my sound is good, let me know. I just tried to switch it. If my mic is better, let me know. Oh, this is frustrating. I have to go back later. I will try to go back later and do it. Because wait, maybe it's... There we go. Okay, so ask me this, Mike. I think it might be you because it is coming through the sound here. I just checked, so you yelled at my mic because I switched camera. The problem is I using a new camera today for my old webcam, but I will try to enunciate and speak louder. But yes, the first one, we'll do that again just for fun. The winner of the first award, I don't want to take away from this moment, for committing to the bit, Jason Exile from Mystery Wrestling. If you haven't seen it, this man lost or won a pick your poison match. Legally, canonically, not dead. Perfect, thank you. He is not dead, even though he looks very, very dead. You might be very much convinced this is a weekend in Burgers scenario, but Mystery Wrestling assures us that he is not dead,
And do not call the cops. Do not call the cops on Evil Uno and Mystery Wrestling, as Jason Exile still alive and very much committing to it. Our second award today, as I do this, I should have organized this better and figured out what it was going to be. Content creator of the year is going to, we're going to do these two. These were hotly anticipated. We got Speed Vlog Mike Bailey and Speedball Mike Bailey. You got Queen Aminata's vlog, the Veda vlog by Veda Scott, Being the Elite by The Elite, and Bronami Code by MXM. All these people do amazing work to put out as much as possible weekly content for all of us to enjoy, and are great content creators in their own right, outside of being great professional wrestlers. And a lot of them just do have a team of me, myself, and I, just them working on it, to be commended. And the winner of the wrestler version of the Content Creator Award is Speed Vlog Mike Bailey. Speedball Mike Bailey winning the Content Creator Wrestler Edition for this year. Congratulations. This is his first win and first nomination, as is for everyone. Speedball Mike Bailey, every single Monday, drops a vlog, which he will say it helps that he doesn't edit it at all, but he is committed, no matter how busy his weekend was and how tired he is on every flight. Despite flights and everything, he makes sure that at some time Monday that his vlog drops. And if you haven't checked it out, it is a great behind the scenes of AEW. You can keep up to date with the goings on of your favorite tag team, the Jet Kevin Knight and Speedball Mike Bailey. And yeah, where else can you get a white man learning about scissor and drink backstage at AEW? Plus, since he hasn't done it in a while, apparently people have complained, the paper towel dispenser review that he used to do every week, which he almost assuredly has run the bit into the ground. But you can see that and more weekly on his vlog, on the Speedball's YouTube page. Be sure to check it out. It's really great work. And the fact he still, despite his schedule, commits to dropping it every Monday deserves recognition. Congratulations, Speedball, on the win. So we are blowing right through these. We have so much more coming up, including a Hall of Fame induction and the moment of the year, which will close out the show. But yeah, we can go on to our next award, which will be, well, we might as well do it. This one, my DMs and mentions ever since has been announced, has been full. From every person involved, including Dave LaGreca. But here are Normie of the Year, Excellence in Content Creation, Non-Wrestler Edition. In the Weeds, Joel Pearl, Jeremy Lambert, and SP3 on Fightful Overbooked, and once a month on the Fightful main channel. Fuck Ass Predictions by Alex Lajas. Between Two Beards, Pluggo and JPJ, right here on Love Wrestling. Touching Grass and Reaction Streams, Wheezy Blonde. Dave LaGreca, Busted Open. And Saturday Night Love, our own Big Bad Boris, right here Saturday nights on Love Wrestling. This is a hotly debated and hotly competitive category. We here at the Quartier Foreign Press Association have agonized over this decision for quite some time. We went backwards and forwards. Everyone on this list deserves max of recognition. And if you don't check out their channels individually, please do. They're well worth your time. Also, one of the nominees, Alex Lajas, right after this show is done, go check out at 12 p.m. The return of the Church of Joshi. She'll be back live streaming the Church of Joshi. So do us a favor, if you're watching this and you're watching us live, switch over to her channel on both Twitch and YouTube, I believe, to check out Church of Joshi, to learn about Joshi wrestling there, as Stardom just aired too this weekend. So be sure to check that out. Well worth your time. But your winner of the 2025 Brunchy for Best Content Creator Normie Edition is, let's get that drum roll. In the Weeds, upset win. This is In the Weeds' first nomination and first win. This goes to Joel Pearl, Jeremy Lambert, SB3, and most definitely not Kimmy. Kimmy definitely does not win this, as she is not part of the show. In the Weeds, airing every day, Monday through Friday on Fightful Overbooked, where you can see some combination of either Joel or Jeremy and SP3 breaking down that day's wrestling, the previous day's wrestling, unless there was a disqualification in the main event, in which Jeremy will refuse to talk about it. These three guys, despite, I'm friends with them as well, but they work so hard at being so inherently silly every single day and making a good product and an entertaining product for their fans every week. I would be remiss if I did not give them their due this week and this year. As, like I said, everyone on this list could have won this award. I think Jeremy jumping off a house in Jeff Hardy makeup and them finishing their story when we were at AEW in Toronto a few months ago, and Joel finally got to ask, everyone's a winner, JVJ. There's always next year. It was an honor just to be nominated, right? But this year, which would definitely sealed it, was getting to ask Tony Khan if they would buy Vanilla Baby for Blake Christian, where every content creator in the city had their eyes permanently glued on Joel before it happened. Just excellence in ridiculousness, and well deserved between the three of them. Congratulations. We again, good luck to everyone next year. I'm sure a lot of these people will be nominated next year. I'm going to switch up the categories a little bit next year. I'm going to be adding a couple more, I think, in the content creator side. I've got an idea for that. But for this year, your winners, In the Weeds. What a massive victory. Congratulations to them, to both Joel Pearl, Jeremy Lambert, and SP3. Again, this award was very close. We here at the Quartier Foreign Press Association agonized over this decision for a long time. We went backwards and forwards between different candidates. And when the votes were tabulated by the Cartier accounting agency, it came down to just a couple votes. And sadly, for the other nominees, it had to be In the Weeds. And congratulations to them once again. We will now go to the Promoter of the Year award. Evil Uno for Mystery Wrestling. Spencer Love for Love Pro Wrestling. Tony Khan for AEW. And Caller Silva for LOL TNA. If there is anyone committed to a joke and a bit, it's Tony. We can all thank Carlos Silva for just have the most consistent, ridiculous booking and sometimes nonsensical booking. But that might not win him this award. The winner of the 2025 Brunchy for the best booker of the year is... I hit that too early. Evil Uno. Evil Uno, your 2025 Promoter of the Year. What can I say about Mystery Wrestling? It is straight up one of my favorite promotions on a whole. Every time you either watch it live, if you're lucky enough to go to Gatineau, like me sometimes, or if you watch it at 5 p.m. once a month when it airs, you never know what's going to happen. You truly don't. You know one person who's going to be on the show and a commentator with Evil Uno, and the rest is completely up in the air. And they put on consistently entertaining shows, not only great comedy matches, but truly great wrestling as well. They bring in some of the best wrestlers in the world for this out of Evil Uno's pocket, just solely for the fans and everyone there. And even the local talent there, he pulls from IWS and his own students at the Keep Wrestling School. There's so much talent there. I've got to see it in person multiple times. And man, I think being able to book the Bunnies' return to wrestling this year, Cecil Nix versus a prisoner, a literal prisoner, who I talked with backstage, was very nice. We bonded over Vader and Mick Foley before the prisoner was unshackled and ran away before the match even started. He fled to freedom. Hopefully he's still out there and the police don't catch up to him. But yes, truly one of the best promotions out there. Evil Uno does such a great job each and every month. This month, he is in the UK. For the first time, Mystery Wrestling will be in the UK. I can't remember when the date that is, but check it out. I'm sure it'll air live on the Evil Uno's YouTube and Twitch. But all in all, what a great year. And I'm so excited for what they have coming up next year, as they are talking about traveling more, starting out the year in the UK, potentially, hopefully a Montreal show is something Evil Uno is interested in seeing, as he takes so much from the IWS students. The IWS students consistently on there. But yeah, great year for Mystery Wrestling. Before we move on, we would be remiss not to talk about the year on a whole in wrestling and what's to come. As we all remember, there are several retirements this year, including one that just happened a few hours ago. Tanahashi retiring, John Cena retiring. We've also got rumored retirements of Chris Jericho and Brock Lesnar. That one can't happen fast enough. Also, AJ Styles announcing he's retiring. When AJ Styles retired, upon hearing everyone else who's potentially retiring this year and next year, AJ Styles quickly said, "What? The retirement community?" That's right. As well, as you'll see, some of the next categories, I actually brought in Triple H to help me decide the winners of the next few categories. And surprisingly, I quickly had to fire him as he booked every single category to somehow end in disqualification. Every single one. But you've got to go. You've got to let it play out, man. Maybe next year we'll finally have a winner. We've got a few more categories left for you, including we'll be closing out with Moment of the Year, which is a very special one to me. We'll talk about it soon. But the next award will be, I think, down here. Trying to read tiny print is not easy. The Tag Team of the Year. From Triple Dragon, we got Puff and Pretty Ricky. From MXM, we got Mansoor and Mason. The Ass Blasters, Cecil Nix and London Lightning. From Mystery Wrestling. And from AEW, the Babes of Wrath of Willow and Harley Cameron. And your winner for the 2025 Brunch Gimmick Award for Tag Team of the Year is I almost timed it perfectly there. Triple Dragon, Puff, and Pretty Ricky from C4 Wrestling, as well as other promotions. Again, this is a tag team I've gotten to see live. I think they're one of the most entertaining tag teams in the world. Literally, I'm going to wait a second because I accidentally... Are we done? Triple Dragon. Both wrestlers of themselves, crazy entertaining together. One of the most fun tag teams. You can see them live every month on the Weeds on the IWTV. You can watch C4 the Tuesday after the show airs live or runs live. If not, and you're in the Ottawa region, be sure to check out C4 because it's always such a great show. And honestly, one of the straight up most entertaining tag teams going is Puff and Pretty Ricky. I truly love both these guys. They could have gone anyway. Like this one also was an award that I wasn't literally till I locked the decision a couple days ago. I was between them and the Babes of Wrath for winning it. And I'm like, Babes of Wrath just won a tag team title. Triple Dragon, also multiple time C4 champion as well. C4 champions as well. A great tag team who I feel more people should know about and more people should book both of them. As you can see, Puff, both around Canada and the United States, especially the eastern part of the United States, you can see Puff more live around the Buffalo, Toronto area. But truly one of the most entertaining professional wrestlers going. And honestly, people don't give him the credit for how good Puff and Pretty Ricky are in the ring. They're both ridiculous and incredibly talented. And it's my honor to give them the first ever Brunch Gimmick Award for Tag Team of the Year. We're getting down to the nitty gritty here, guys. Let's do it. We're going to do the Promotion of the Year Award. Your nominees are All Elite Wrestling, Mystery Wrestling, C4, LPW, and the International Wrestling Syndicate. So Love Pro Wrestling and the International Wrestling Syndicate. We got a great mix here of big game companies and independent companies. But who will win? This is the fourth nomination, by the way, for a Love Wrestling company. And the winner is, as I find the graphic. Yep, that's it. Bang, end. All Elite Wrestling is your promotion of the year. I mean, it was incredibly hard to beat. There is very few companies putting on shows quite at the rate of AEW, especially this last year, where at times there was a dip. People felt in the storytelling, and I did too, but they picked it back up. And one thing is for sure, the money you pay for a pay-per-view, they make it well worth your money. Like you're getting a lot of quality for that. They truly have some of the best wrestlers in the world wrestling there every single week. Straight from the pre-show matches to the main event. It's very hard to think of a bad match on there or find a bad match on that card. It's very rare you see a bad match on an AEW card. At worst, you can say, oh, this is a Dynamite main event that should have been on the card. Like, that's the worst thing you could usually say about one of their pay-per-views. With that said, every single promotion on there deserves, I mean, maybe not one. People watch one doing a little too much, but especially the independent promotions that I nominated for this deserve your time and recognition. Of course, Love Pro Wrestling, each and every month, at the end of each month, puts on 2 great shows every month at the end of the month with some of the best talent Alberta and that region has to offer. You've got IWS, which has some of the best student, like they've been running more just the local talent recently. And we're talking about some of the best talent in the world. 2 members of that roster was invited to Bailey's camp, which just lets you know how good that roster is and how stacked it is every month. But once again, All Elite Wrestling is your winner for promotion of the year this year. Congratulations to them. Truly the most top to bottom entertaining promotion there is. Now, how we feeling, chat? Listen, I love Spencer. He had a great year in both categories. He did great work. Boris, Happy New Year, friend. Hope all is well. We are about halfway through the show at this point. You know what? We will recap right now, since we're halfway through. We will recap some of our winners that we went through. For Content Creator of the Year, we had Speed Vlog Mike Bailey. For committing to the bit, we had Jason Exile. For Content Creator Normie, which Boris, you were nominated for. It was In the Weeds. In the Weeds. Congratulations to In the Weeds for their win. Tag Team of the Year. We have Triple Dragon of the team of Puff and Pretty Ricky. And the Promoter of the Year was none other than Mystery Wrestling's Evil Uno. In case the awards we have left are both Male and Female Wrestler of the Year, and the Moment of the Year. But next up, and there will be a plaque for this, which I hope to one day give to RJ City. My mom's currently, there's also all the winners will be getting an actual award, at least one per person, one per team, I would say. But they are currently being made. I'm legitimately making awards for this. At least my mom is, and I'm getting pictures as we go. My mom finishing it up. But this one will be a plaque awarded to none other And our first Brunch Hall of Fame inductee is none other than RJ City. RJ City just having wrapped up his critically acclaimed AEW show that would air at the crack of the morning at 7, usually around 7 a.m. every Sunday. Hey EW. Truly a achievement in ridiculousness and just being silly and dumb, and some of the wildest interview questions that only RJ City can get away with. Having just retired it this year, and I have it on my notepad, after 275 episodes, where he has interviewed almost every single person on that was ever on that roster, and a few people multiple times. There is the reason I wanted to give him this award and to be the first ever Hall of Fame inductee is because no one has done more for the art of stupidity as RJ City, and as well as making classic movie references where you're sitting there wondering, how old is RJ City really? Because he sounds like he's 85-year-old man who like potentially like dodged Vietnam and just watched movies instead. No one actually knows RJ City's name. I mean, RJ City's age. But man, did he make it an entertaining show for so long on AEW. As well as people forget one of the best things WWE has ever created, which was the WWE WrestleMania After Dark, which they put on online one year after both nights of WrestleMania one year, which was some of the funniest stuff they've done. That's when they used to do actual entertaining stuff on their website and stuff like that. But yeah, RJ City retiring AEW this year after 275 episodes. Congratulations to him. Congratulations to the whole team that worked on that show. Surprisingly, there was more than one person working on it. But truly one of the great things that AEW has put out. And the fact that Tony Khan let it go for so long was quite crazy. This little show that could. And I'd be remiss not to give them some kudos. RJ City, congratulations. The first ever Brunch Gimmick Hall of Fame inductee for 2025. Here we go. We've got the final 3 awards, including Wrestler of the Year, Female Wrestler of the Year, and Moment of the Year. Let's get into it. The Women's Wrestler of the Year. We've got Toni Storm, Chelsea Green from WWE, Toni Storm from AEW, Harley Cameron from AEW, Willow Nightingale from AEW, Becca from the Independents, as well as Shotzi for also independent. The most entertaining woman of the year is... Oh, wait, no, I did too early. Gotta hit the thing. Harley Cameron is your winner of the most entertaining wrestler of the year, winning the Brunchy for 2025. Again, this category was absolutely stacked. I could have added 30 more people to this. But there is no one that not only outside of the ring finds so many different ways to entertain people. Be that through the majestic art of puppetry, or through a classic song. Harley Cameron always comes up with the most original and ridiculous ways to entertain people. And those of us who were every Sunday in RJ City's chat, he would do Coffee and Underwear, his YouTube show where he would his YouTube live stream he'd do for an hour every Sunday. Harley Cameron would get into his chat. If you want to know the deep mind of how potentially unwell Harley Cameron is, she would come up and give him, like, basically people would be able to go to RJ's chat and like donate money and ask him for something like a 30-second song, but Harley would come up with some of the most demented things to do, like to the point where like you're almost like, is this Harley's fetish that we're all just watching and that RJ is still doing? Or like she would have him, I'm almost certain, be like, go fart on the oven and say, I'm a little baby. That's what's in that mind of Harley Cameron. But also somebody who has incredibly improved in the ring from even a year ago to today, is now a well-deserved AEW Tag Team Champion. It's very hard to be able to do both so good. And Harley Cameron is so close to being like that Tony Storm 5-tool like wrestler who can be able to do both at such a high level, at such an exceptional level. And just the ability to make people laugh and entertain people and do it in so many different ways should be highly commended. So once again, your winner of the most entertaining women's wrestler, Harley Cameron from AEW. Again, this was a very tough choice for those of us at the Cartier Foreign Press Association. We agonized over it, but I felt at the end of the day, Harley Cameron was the sure winner of this award. Now, your nominees for Male Wrestler of the Year. You have Puff, Cecil Nix, Effie, Orange Cassidy, Mr. Iguana, and Psycho Mike. And again, a category that can go any which way. I love every wrestler in here. I've gotten to see almost all of them live and literally met everyone except Mr. Iguana in this list. But your winner for the 2025 Wrestler of the Year is Cecil Nix. For those who don't know, Cecil Nix wrestles for C4 and Mystery Wrestling. We're talking there's a reason this award is based on most entertaining wrestler, because this man has a genius mind for stupidity and for entertaining people. This is a man who I watched for 20 minutes wrestle himself. This is a man who had a literal death match, which ended in the death of future London Lightning. This is somebody who has done so many incredible stupid things, including throwing themselves through a door multiple times. I felt it became clear as I was going through who could potentially win it, that it had to be Cecil Nix, especially for his work at Mystery Wrestling. A wrestler I feel, again, everyone should know about outside of Canada, and it's outside of the Northeast, who should be getting booked way more than he is. But a true genius to the artist of stupidity. Like when I was going through the list, also like people on there, let's go through the list real quick. Because I just want to give some other people on there their credit. Again, Puff, one of my favorite wrestlers in the world. Effie was GCW champion this year. But also, like, seriously, one of the best wrestlers in the world is Effie. Orange Cassidy, everyone knows Orange Cassidy. Mr. Iguana, who exploded everywhere this year. And Psycho Mike, who, again, is another wrestler from this area who everyone should know about, who should be signed to a contract. He's one of those wrestlers who I don't understand is not signed, because everything you would want in a wrestler is right there. But that's going to move us to our final award of the evening. And I don't have a graphic for this. So, again, I would like to thank the Cartier and Cartier accounting agency, as they not only counted the votes, but locked them away in this year's briefcase, where you can see all the winners were put away and locked up. So there wasn't going to be a Oscars moment of me announcing somebody who won who didn't actually win. And now, for the moment of the year, actually, you know what? I'm going to put up the envelope, please. The 2025 moment of the year. This will cap off this promotion's 1, 2. This will be their 4th win in this year's Brunchies. Truly the 824 of the Brunch Gimmick Awards. The HBO this year of the Brunch Gimmick Awards. It's Mystery Wrestling's World's Longest Match is your winner for the 2025 Brunch Gimmick Awards. Man, this was an achievement by every wrestler who was there, but also Evil Uno and everyone at Mystery Wrestling and C4 who put this on. For those who don't know, they sadly, because Guinness World Records apparently charges $17,000 to get a Guinness person out there to verify the record. So it hasn't been Guinness verified. But we all watched it, and they did it. They broke the record for the world's longest match at, let me check my notes, because I'm a super... 21 minutes, 49 seconds, 21 hours, 49 minutes, and 12 seconds. They broke that record. And the reason they were doing it, and the reason why it won Moment of the Year, was because they were doing it, Evil Uno, every year in partnership with C4 Fighting Back, the C4 Fighting Back show. They raise money for the Canadian Cancer Society every single year. And I think they've raised so far, since every year they've done it, they've raised, I think, around $600,000. Probably more at this point. They're probably... during this stream, they raised, just the stream alone, they just raised $40,000. But for those who haven't checked out, you can literally, they put up the entire show. They split into two files on their YouTube. Just bombing for like 20 minutes. If you're ever bored, just any 20 minutes, you'll see the most ridiculous thing you've seen. There was at one point sword fighting, where they accidentally, with actual swords, because they straight up put a hole through the new canvas that Evil Uno just bought. There was wrestlers for, I think, about an hour were beating each other with buckets, and beating is being very generous. They were lightly tapping each other because it was very late into the night and they were very tired at that point. All the wrestlers had hit a wall. But this is a group of wrestlers who got together for a great cause and did some of the silliest wrestling for, again, 21 hours, 49 minutes, and 12 seconds. Like, Evil Uno was on camera for that entire time. His mask started to actually fuse to his face by the end. Yeah, like it was one of those things where like I get emotional talking about it now, and like everyone there did too. But like, it's one of those things where you're able to do stupidity for a good cause, and just entertain and do some of the most ridiculous stuff, and to be able to figure out a way to do one continuous match over 21 hours, where even at one point, Stu Grayson started to teach his class in the middle of the ring. During the show, during the match, it was technically a like 6-on-6 elimination match. Like it was I think it was like a 12-man elimination match. So like I think it took like 12 hours for like a total of 2 people to get pinned or get eliminated. But you had, like I mentioned earlier, Cecil Mix legitimately not only wrestled himself, would use a chair on himself, would put a chair, would trap a chair, like his ankle in between a chair and push down on the chair. And then once again, threw himself through a door during a 20-minute sequence where it's just him in the ring, where he was on both teams. He was accidentally ended up on both teams. So both sides tagged him in, and both tag team partners left and went to go take a nap. So it was just him for 20 minutes. And he somehow managed to wrestle himself for 20 minutes. It's one of the best things I've ever seen. And congratulations to Mystery Wrestling and everyone at Mark at C4 as well, who worked on the show as well. It was a massive undertaking. One of the best things I saw this year. Truly brought joy to my eye. And like, it's why wrestling is so cool and so much fun. But yeah, that is going to do it for the 2025 Brunch Awards. What a year it was. There are so many promotions and so many wrestlers and so many I'm excited. I'm already excited for next year's awards because I've got so many more ideas that I'm like, oh man, I should just text Zach this now, see if he can make me a graphic this morning. So I've got this new idea for an award right now. But next year we're going to see more on the Content Creator Awards. As again, I love everyone at Between Two Beards. I know they were lobbying heavy for it. And literally one of the best things, I want to be able to give every person here one of the awards is literally their actual, once again, thank you. It's the Sammy for Serious shirt. When I was coming up with shirt to wear for this award show, I felt this one was perfect. But yes, there are actual awards being made. I'm going to try to give it out to as many people as possible coming up through the next month. And I'm going to see, hopefully by next week, I will have one to display back here to show everyone. As my mom actually, full disclosure, is hard at work on them now. But yeah, this was a lot of fun. I love going on this show and every week talking wrestling with everyone and talking what I love about wrestling and what happened in that week. And I love giving different people their recognition for their hard work in this field. But yeah, next year, the content creator side is going to be expanding. I have ideas for that, as well as the wrestling side. I've got ideas to add different ridiculous awards, as this is a award show onto itself. Where so I also want to, like, the whole point of this show is to give credit to people who don't necessarily, especially this time of year when everyone does their award show, who don't necessarily get shouted out as much. But again, I want to thank everyone. Sandy for hanging out with me, Boris, JPJ for getting angry with me for not winning. But there's always next year, friend. Pluggo for hopping in the chat. We will be back next year for another even bigger Brunchy Awards. And we'll be back next week to talk the week of professional wrestling. We'll talk some New Japan next week, some WWE, some AEW, as we are starting a brand new year in WWE. The first Raw of the year is going to be big coming up. The 1-year anniversary on Netflix. We'll be able to talk about that. But as for me, you can follow me at KartsyNDG on all the socials. And you can catch me back here every single Sunday. Oh, yes, we are always ready. Just like the King of the Independents, who loves the Independents, but desperately wanted to get signed to WWE. And congratulations, Matt Cardona, on getting signed to WWE. I met him once. He's very nice. And a credit, also, a lot of people on the Independents, credit for helping them make more money and monetize themselves more. Like, he has been a great addition when he was on the Independents, but like, he is happiest being in WWE. And if he's happy there, I'm happy for him. Congratulations for getting re-signed to WWE. That was a big, huge thing. And to be able to go under his name, Matt Cardona, which he wanted to do in the first place. But yeah, that's going to do it for me. You can catch me back here next week, right here on the Brunch Gimmick. Bye, everybody. Have a great rest of your weekend. And once again, Happy New Year.